All right, there's another 60.1 on this your FM dial, and welcome now to the idiot thing with the rootsy absolutely favor. And I must start off with a rootsy, a really rootsy absolutely. You know, some time ago, our Roots FM news and also our social media that Roots FM Facebook page and also WDT Media TV has been highlighting the fact that um, that lighting in Three Miles area, the Three Miles area is badly in need of lighting. We've been highlighting that fact for quite a while. And also, we also highlighted the fact that persons who work in Three Miles area and have to go nights, they're being robbed by persons wearing the vest and helmet and are disguised as China Harbor workers and are robbing people in 3 miles at night. We highlighted those happenings, and it is happening right in close proximity to the Hunts Bay police station. I would say good morning there too. Logging on to us live there. Good morning there too. There too look like Ramsey. All right, keep that lock here. We're talking about the happenings here in the 3 miles area as part of the roots. Absolutely a mixture of idiot thing in this particular story. And we highlighted that fact that those things. And now we're seeing up here highlighted where we can still get you can see the results. As announcement was made by the customer service manager at work agency, Mr. Stephen Shaw, and they give a timeline as to when lights will be installed at 3 miles. All right, so it gave this timeline as to when that will be happening.
That are to be commissioned into service. Those are some of the street lamps that are to be commissioned into service. Those are some of them are yet to be done. But we expect that before Christmas Eve, which is the 23rd of December, some of these things will be evident in terms of them working and persons actually benefiting from them being installed.
That was Mr. Stephen Shaw, the communication manager and at National Works Agency, and he gave a timeline. And he said it's before today, December 19th, right? Today, December 19th. And he said it could be installed before Christmas Eve. So we'll be out on the streets paying attention at exactly when we're expecting that come Christmas. It should be, this Bible say, let there be light. So let there be light in 3 miles before the holidays. All right. So we're going to hold Mr. Shaw to his word. You heard a while ago, he said before December 23, lighting should be in 3 miles area. We're not sure if the traffic signals will be commissioned at the same time, but at least some lighting will be in 3 miles. So the persons who use 3 miles at night, persons who are leaving work after 6 p.m. will not be the victim of robberies are not taking place by persons disguised as China Harbor workers and are robbing people in 3 miles right under the Spanish Total flyover and just in close proximity to the Hunts Bay police station. So we're hoping that that will be something there good when lights installed in 3 miles just before the Christmas Eve. All right, and we go now into sports roots sports India thing now. That's roots sports India thing right now. We're going into right now, and it concerns the Jamaica Football Federation. Before we go to the idiot part, let's now go to the good part first in terms of squash, and Jamaica registered their first win in the 2019 World Cup squash tournament. They beat Singapore 2-1 in Washington, D.C. yesterday. And Singapore took an early lead through Brandon Tan, who won his game 3-0 over Tajir Lumsby. But Jamaican picked up wins through Chris Binney and Lewis Walters, who both secured 3-0 triumph over Samuel Kang and Man Tong, respectively. And the placement stage of the World Cup continues today as Jamaica will play the USA in the placement stage of the tournament today. And this is Jamaica's second time they are participating in Squash World Cup. So good news for Jamaica. They won their very first game in the Squash World Cup. But you see, through squash in that a mainstream sport, when Jamaica scored a goal in Women's World Cup football, it was all over. But Jamaica has won a match in the Squash World Cup. and it's going unnoticed because squash is not considered as a mainstream sport. But nonetheless, we are winning at the highest level in the world, and that must go down as a root say absolutely. All right, and sporting idiot thing now. All right, the Jamaica Football Federation says they are currently finalizing plans for the Reggae Boys to play practice matches ahead of August World Cup qualifiers. They're hoping to play Nigeria very, very soon. And however, Mr. Ricketts is saying that he's eyeing opponents to ensure that Jamaica remains in the top six in the region so they can compete in the 2022 qualifiers for the FIFA World Cup. But the reality is, if Jamaica plays opponents that are out of our leagues and we lose these games and we drop out of the top six, we have to play off for on a playoff spot. That playoff spot include again the fifth place team from South America are CONMEBOL. And normally those the fifth place team in South America is a cut above the Jamaican team, to be frank. But yet still, playing against Nigeria, in my book, will not be a good move. Because if we lose to Nigeria, we'll be dropping rankings. And Jamaica can't afford to run the risk of dropping out of the top six. And secondly, we need to be competitive. Don't play against some minnows just for playing minnows sake. We need to play teams that can give us some good match practice. We have played some minnows in the past couple of months. They are Antigua Barbuda and these not these weaker Caribbean teams, and the rankings went up. But we cannot continue to play against the weak teams in the region. We need to play teams that goes to give us some good competition for us. We can grow as a team. But on the same hand, no, we can play too much of a strong team for us to drop rankings and drop out of the top six. So, Mr. Ricketts, choose your matches carefully. I don't think Nigeria is a good pick. Better go for Venezuela. All right, better go for Venezuela. I don't think Nigeria is a good pick at all. All right, and I go for Venezuela and Bolivia. All right, not on the, not the, but those are better picks right now than Nigeria. Super Eagles of Africa, not a good pick. All right, if you're thinking to remain in the top six. All right, and the idiot part now is that just over a month to go, just over a month to go before the CONCACAF leg of the Olympic qualifiers, Lauren Donaldson, the man who many believe would take over as the head coach of the Reggae Girls, said he'll not be doing so until his outstanding salaries are paid to him and the coaching staff. He went on to say that there'll be no discussion with JFF about him assuming the role as head coach until the outstanding payment is made. And right now, the post of head coach in Jamaica has remained vacant since Hugh Menzies resigned. And Jamaica, that's Hugh Menzies who guided Jamaica to World Cup in June. And Donaldson has been a member of the Reggae Girls coaching staff for the last 5 years. And many felt he would be the natural successor. But he's saying that until JFF pays over the outstanding sum, there'll be no discussion about him being at the helm of the Reggae Girls. But the idiot thing now is that other teams in this region are ahead of us. Costa Rica is in camp, America is in camp, Canada is in camp, but look here now, and Honduras is also trading, but Jamaica is still without a coach, and we are far behind. And the idiot thing now is now that how can we expect the girls to play against teams like the Americans, the Costa Ricans, who are a cut above the girls? And they are in preparation mode right now. Everybody's not training. The Americans, Costa Ricans, the Canadians, the Hondurans, except the Jamaicans. Why? Because we cannot pay our coaches. That's their thing now. What is so wrong with this administration? where they can secure funding to do the basic, like to pay coaches and stage matches. So that's the idiot thing now. And if the team go there and fail at this point, you cannot blame the coach because the rest of the region is now under intense preparation. And we know at this stage is without a coach. And that is the idiot thing. So we need a miracle with the girls right now. If they go there this month and fail, don't blame the coach. All right? Because they're underprepared. Everybody is now in camp except the Sunshine Girls. And that is a big idiot thing, trust me. We are hoping that this situation it will be resolved sooner than later. Or the longer we linger, other teams in the region are getting better. All right, so that's it. When it comes there to the all right and the Minister of Local Government, that's Mr. Desmond McKenzie, says the government will be providing short-term employment for thousands of Jamaicans during the Christmas season. Mr. McKenzie said that the ministry is spearheading an initiative in partnership with 14 municipal corporations. McKenzie was addressing a press conference at the ministry's Hagley Park Road office in St. Andrew on Tuesday. He said each municipality is expected to employ about 6 to 8,000 persons, but the number of individuals engaged could be greater than estimated. He said some cases, some municipalities would find other funding when to take such additional. This sounds like roots, absolutely. But what I saw this morning is an idiot thing. Where is that Miss Carol Taylor? I saw idiot thing this morning when they come to this one. Real idiot thing. This morning I was walking down Maho Drive. No, not Maho Drive. Woodpecker Avenue. And I saw 8 ladies. No, I saw 6 ladies. Apparently, they are part of some Christmas work. And I saw 6 ladies sweeping one gateway. I mean, a normal Jamaican gateway. Why is it that you need 6 ladies to sweep one gateway and 1 man to do the shovel up at one? They're sweeping in about a 10-meter radius on the roadway. One little gateway. 7 persons sweeping one gateway. I mean, if that is Christmas work, but normally when I think it was an MPM is employed person to do the streets. I know one man normally sweep from Olympic Way down to Kling Avenue. He sweeps come to 3 miles on one half of the road, passing across from Scotiabank. He turns by the post office, go up Hagley Park Road up to the stoplight. That is area where we sweep on a regular basis as an MPM worker. That's about more than a quarter mile straight of road. He alone have to sweep. Almost half mile. So why now at Christmas you have 7 ladies sweeping one gateway? No, that's an idiot thing. Trust me, one gateway. That is just an idiot thing. Trust me, idiot thing that. I mean, that's an idiot thing. And it happened along where again? Somewhere in halfway through recently, just below the NCB Bank, where 4 ladies was seen sweeping like a small car park there where like a walkway being swept by about 4 persons. So I'm not sure. And so that to me is a waste of funding. And if the government want to give employment, I mean make work, let the people them do some actual work. But I remember one time there was a big hullabaloo in Payne Avenue about road work. And I personally put it to Mrs. At the time, it was Mrs. Simpson Miller, who was the MP at the time and Prime Minister. And I put that question to her. And the response was, why should I pay someone to sweep their own gateway? I mean, they want she to pay them to keep their own gateway clean. I said, that don't make any sense. That was her response when I put that to her some years ago, Mrs. Simpson Miller. And it makes sense. They keep your gateway clean. So, I don't know. I don't know, but that's just it. Idiot thing there. Rootsy absolutely as we continue. Wow, we're seeing the killing as another idiot thing now as one year old girl is now battling for life following a daring gun attack on her father in Harborview that took place on December 18. The father, according to 1 year old daughter, the father cradling his 1 year old daughter in arms was not enough to stop the criminals from spraying him with bullets in what police investigated believe was an reprisal attack playing out in the streets of the East Kingston community. When the gunfire ended, the young father, still clocked in his work uniform rather, was dead, while the infant daughter was battling for life in hospital, according to a police source. And the shooting reportedly happened a stone throw away from the now famous Harborview Mini Stadium, better known as the compound. And that, wow, no man. And bloodletting in the area continues. All right, and also another idiot thing now. We're a member of the People's National Party. Another member are People's National Party activist, not a member activist. His name is Franklin Paisley, aka Lucky, and Pipe was very unlucky on Tuesday when he was shot dead in Clarendon. Paisley is a businessman, was entering his vehicle at the Bullard Yorktown home in the parish about 7 p.m. when he was pounced upon by a gunman who shot him multiple times. And the police was summoned and Paisley was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. His killing has rocked the Yorktown community, where Paisley was said to be an influential figure in that area. And I tell you, wow, killing again, what is really an idiot thing there, trust me. Really, really idiot thing they're going on by the country right now. Boy, idiot thing that just killing. And the PNP councillors of the Yorktown division, that's Hop L. Purcell, is saying residents are still trying to come to terms with that sad news. The Clarendon is currently under a state of emergency, which aim of tackling the crime in the Central Jamaica Parish. And the SOE in Clarendon, which was declared on September 5, will continue until February 18, that's 2020. And Paisley was the second person associated with the PNP to have been killed in less than a week following last Wednesday's murder of PNP patriot and founding member Kevin Brown, who was shot multiple times at Chester Avenue in the Stephen Gardens community. Oh, I mean, there's a really idiot thing there, trust me. As the bloodletting continues here across Jamaica, a really idiot thing they're going on there at this point in time. All right, as we wind down another day here of Rootsy Absolutely. And this is 96.1 on this year FM dial. And hopefully this Christmas we can see, hopefully in 2020, we can see a reduction in the amount of killings come 2020. That must be everybody's New Year resolution. As Eddie Fitzroy would say, bury the guns. Yeah, man, Eddie Fitzroy. Nah, the man said, bury the guns. They're hoping that they could bury the guns for 2020 and let's say life, not about going and killing people. All right, and on that note now, we wind down the Roots Absolutely for another day. Join us tomorrow, same time, same place, for more. And again, we're gonna we're going to pay keen attention to the happenings there at 3 Miles. As you know, Roots FM is the authority when it comes to the happenings at the 3 Miles Hagley Park project. As you told you earlier, what Mr. Stephen Shaw had said about lightings in 3 Miles. In case you just joined us, let's give you a quick reminder.
Lamps, really talking about the street lamps that are to be commissioned into service. Some of them are yet to be done. But we expect that before Christmas Eve, which is the 23rd of December, some of these things will be evident in terms of them working and persons actually benefiting from them being installed.
All right, we're monitoring to see if those street lamps will be installed by the timeline given by Mr. Stephen Shaw, Communications Manager at National Works Agency. All right, so we'll be keeping a tab on this one. On that note, we come now to the end of the idiot thing with the Roots Absolute FIFA. I'm Dudley Thompson, and say bye-bye for now. Until join me again Saturday inside the Dudley Thompson Show. Until then, have for yourselves a wonderful day and keep it locked to us here at 96.1. This on your FM dial.
Sweetie, do you know who's back? Dwayne! Yes, Tweety. Do you know who's back on the radio, Dwayne? Oh no, Tweety, tell me. This Jock Redeem is back on the radio. He's going to be on the radio Thursdays midnight till 6 Friday morning. Oh, good God, Tweety. I so love the revolutionary Love Jock, and he's back on the block. Now you listen. The Love Jock is back on the block. Now listen from Thursday midnight till 6 Friday morning. Stay up and active. Yes, Dwayne, up and active with this Doc Redeem.
Dengue advisement.
I am Dr. Jacqueline Bisesa McKenzie.